Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Jacked Wedjo here today. Today we're coming at you with vlog, the Sunday vlog. Yay! So, today it's a vlog for a box tournament. So, I like doing these vlogs because they're just really fun to film. My brother can come, and there's a bunch of us going, so I figured why not just film. It's very fun to just do this stuff sometimes, and yeah, unfortunately, in Ontario and Canada, I know the US and Europe and stuff, they all do bigger in-person tournaments. I've seen regionals, 200 plus events, all that stuff in person. Must be nice because we don't get any of that stuff. So living in Ontario, our mandates finally go away as of tomorrow on the Monday. So then we can start seeing some in real life stuff. A lot more stuff open up, which is nice. So yeah, then we can start maybe seeing some bigger events happen. Finally, I think our city is actually supposed to be doing a regional. We were supposed to do before the Omicron virus came out, or the version, whatever it was. And that got canceled, obviously. So we were supposed to have one in February for our own city. And yeah, hopefully London, Ontario, we can get one going pretty soon. So yeah, maybe we'll kick that back up again soon. I just want a bigger in-person tournament kind of thing to happen. Just bring a more competitive vibe, right? I think everyone's kind of craving that here in Canada, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, today is for a box tournament. It's the most competitive stuff that happens around us. So I drive about 30 minutes to go. It's in Woodstock, and a bunch of us are going, like I was previously saying. And yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So right now I'm gonna go over to my parents' house and deck build with my brother probably. I think both of our lists are solidified for today. I've got a really spicy tech that I'll be playing in the side deck. I'll show you guys afterwards. If you guys want to see the list I'm playing, it's the same list I showed you guys in my last video in the dueling book. Yeah, it's the same list, but my side's going to have two different spice cards, and you might see it during gameplay. It's a card I personally think is no one at all talks about right now, and I just kind of thought of it. I scrolled past it the other day, when I was going through cards, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this card's nuts right now. It's nuts against everything, and yeah, I'm going to give it a try and see how it is. Because honestly, Lancia, a card like Lancia, I think can finally leave the side deck. I remember at the beginning of the format, Lancia was a main deck card, and now I think a lot more people are moving away from Lancia because there's really, it hits DDDs, and Phantom Knights honestly aren't really part of the meta anymore because every other deck just does more, if not better, more than what it does, and what it does already, plus some, you know what I mean? So I think Lancia can honestly just leave the side deck now. It's safe to say. I mean, it has interactions with obviously DDs, right? But I mean, it has some interactions with the Tenny stuff when they're going second. It stops Vashuda, but you have answers to it, right? So yeah, I've got some space, so I'm gonna give this card a try, and I think it's gonna do nuts, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there now. Put some windshield washer in my fluid, or windshield washer fluid in my car. Oh my god, yeah, I gotta wake up. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head out now. So see you there. Nice. What's up, guys? So we're on our way to Woodstock, my brother and I. It's gonna be a fun day. I think there's about 5 of us heading from London. They've been starting, this place out here has been starting to pick up a lot of speed, and they're anticipating to get box tournaments as soon as possible. So it's kind of nice because last time there's some people from closer to Toronto area that came through as well. So there's people from all over going. So it definitely gives it a fairly competitive vibe. So yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's a nice day outside, and yeah. I think it'll probably be a 4 or 5 round tournament. I don't know. This is for a box of just Blazing Vortex, but it's just nice to get out on a Sunday and just go play some Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So yeah, and always nice to do a vlog, right? So yeah, so we're just driving there now. I'll probably be there in about 5-10 minutes. So yeah, we're just about in Woodstock now. So all right, see ya inside the store. Jacked. Okay, so round 1 was called. I don't know who I play. I didn't hear who I played. I just been here, so we'll see my opponent in a second. So I'll see you on my yeah. Good luck on my playmat and his playmat for her. Now we're just guys here. So let's begin, right? Hey. Yeah. Yo, guys, welcome to round 1 of locals. So, this is a mirror match. This is against my man Walter. Walter's one of the locals there. He's a pretty good player. He's usually on Flandries, but this is one of his first time on DDDs. I think he hasn't played the deck much. Another cool thing too is that he said he learned a lot of the combos from my videos. Like, it's kind of nuts when I hear stuff like that. I'm like, man, like people like random people like I just go to these locals and people like learn the stuff from like me, right? So it's kind of nuts, man. Like it's crazy to like hear that stuff, right? I don't know, starting YouTube, I never thought of anything that would happen like that, right? I just started just because COVID. Honestly, like how Jacked YGO started was because COVID, and we had spare time on our hands, so we're just like, let's make videos. And obviously as of like 2021 I started posting more, and then I started picking up more steam. I think ever since I made the Calamities combo video, this channel started seeing a little bit more popularity, and especially obviously with the new support coming out. I really worked at that stuff beforehand, right? Because I really wanted expertise in the pure stuff when it was coming out and making sure the best stuff was invent the wheel, right? So I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm a little bit tired, to be honest. So yeah, he's on map and he's obviously kind of bricked. If he's sending that, I know he's in a weird spot, so I'm just letting him play it out. I can read his hand here pretty much because he's using Lamia to send the Typhon. I know for a fact he's got the field spell. Like, I can almost tell you right now he has the field spell in his hand because he's definitely going for the Griffin play, like Griffin Thomas. Oh yeah, he's got Europrint Gilgamesh. So yeah, that was a cool thing. He has a few Europrint cards. The Europrints, like for you guys that like live in Europe, the Europrint stuff is darker than North American, which I'm sure all of you guys would know that. But the North American stuff, it doesn't look as good as the Euro because the Euro just looks like it brings out its colors like crazy. Like my Starfoil Necroslime that I run in my deck, it's actually Europrint, and what's cool is that it's darker and it's got twice the foiling, so it literally looks like a super rare. It's really cool. Just brings out the colors a lot more, right? So yeah, he's gonna go ahead, do the Griffin play. Like I said, he has the field spell, right? I could tell right when he sent the Lamia. Here I'm gonna nib. That's obviously the smartest play because he can't get into the XYZ. That's like the one weakness, I guess. If you open a little bit bad, you have to hope they don't have nib before you make the XYZ. Pretty much every player will nib you right then and there because everyone knows that this deck needs its rank 4 primarily. So I'm gonna nib him there, and I know now all he can really do is get access to the XYZ, right? The Machine X. So he's gonna go ahead, fusion, go into Machine X. That's cool. That is fine with me. So I'm gonna draw for turn. I got Nib face up, and he's got Machine X with the field spell, which isn't bad. Thing is, Machine X, the thing is with Machine X is that if you don't have enough gas, I'm gonna fusion summon for Diark here. You're gonna see why I do this in a sec. So yeah, the crazy thing about the mirror match is that if you don't have enough gas, like if you just have like the 2-card combo against the mirror match, and you don't have like a Ghost Ogre to like answer the Machine X, you literally lose. Like the card just sucks up your cards, and you just can't do anything about it. Like you just lose everything. Like it sucks up your Kepler, sucks up your Copernicus, can suck up Gilgamesh. The card is like nuts. Like it's actually like one of the best in archetype cards. And yeah, so as you can see here, I normal summon the Ogre and go into a Baron. And keep in mind, he used Piri, so I know right then and there I'm protected from pretty much anything. And I'm under force. I'm on summon 4 right now too, so I really don't have to worry about Nib being a thing too. And he's only got 1 card, so the only thing I have to do is get rid of his XYZ, right? So what I can do, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I don't even know if I had to use Baron for it. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I don't think I don't think he bothered. I think he just knew he didn't have Nib in hand. I'm not sure. I can't remember can't remember honestly what happened, but yeah, regardless, like it's pretty obvious I have game, right? So yeah. So yeah, that's game because he was on Piri. So let's go into game 2 now. Alright, so start of game 2. Again, he's gonna go first here. Yeah, Yeah, I don't even think I mentioned that last time. I lost the die roll, right? But it's kind of obvious at this point. So yeah. Again, shout out to my man Andrew for sending me that mat, the DD mat over. Like that, the mat is nuts. Like it's such a nice mat, man. Really grateful to have it because honestly, like, I think the minimum listing for it's like over 600 US. Crazy. It's actually crazy. So you can't find the mat anywhere. That's why it's a sneak peek map from like a limited release. Yeah, the mat is extremely nice, and in person the Copernicus just looks so wild. So yeah, about his part here, he actually did a bit of a misplay. So I think he was trying to set up for something because he thought the small Genghis could also trigger off a normal summon, which it doesn't. Now when he drops this, so he used 2 Swirl Slimes to summon the Genghis. Now he misplayed here because he could play around Nib and pretty much play around everything. He had like, it's one of the best combos the deck has access to, right? So what you do is essentially what he had, right? Because he had double Swirl and then he had Swamp, so it's basically like Swirl Necro, right? So the combo basically is you have Necro Slime, or sorry, yeah, you have Swirl, Necro, and then you have Copernicus. So what you do is you normal Copernicus, you send Griffin, and then you double Fusion Summon, and then on the summon of the second Genghis, the Genghis triggers to summon Griffin back. Griffin adds Headhunt, and then you make the rank 6 and you go from there. It's actually crazy. Like that's one of the best combos the deck has access to, but he definitely didn't see it right. Like keep in mind he's new to the deck. This is his first time piloting in a tournament scene, and he hasn't practiced with it much, which he's doing pretty good. I mean, he's doing not bad at all, that's for sure. But like I said, like people, like if you haven't been piloting the deck enough, you're not going to see those combos too frequently. Like someone like me, I can like literally read your hand when I'm playing against the mirror. Like if you ever play against me in the mirror, like it's definitely a disadvantage because I know this deck like way too well. I've been playing DDD since 2015, and I've been like theorying with the decks, the new support since like November time, so, or October actually was how long I've been playing with this deck. But the new support, right? So yeah, you're at a severe disadvantage if you play against me in the mirror match, to be honest. Unless you've been playing it as much as I have, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna burn Ash and Nib, and so I held my Ash because I didn't do it on the Copernicus. I actually decided to hold it for his rank, to go to the XYZ. Reason being is because if I asked the Copernicus and he did have like an extender in hand, then he could go for the rank 4 play. So I decided to just wait and hold it, just so I'm not risking anything. It really just does the same thing, right? Except I'm not taking any risks. So yeah. And I burned I only have to deal with one of the rank 6 here because I burned it with Nib, right? So that's why Nib trades pretty good with the rank 6. So I'm going to start off with Swirl Slime. He's going to negate that, and now I have ways to play here. So there's a lot of thinking that goes on here because there is a few things I can do, but at the same time, he's also boosted both his cards. So at minimum, he's at 3,600 attack, so I have to watch that. But I do have access to the rank 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to normal Orthros, special the Griffin. I'm going to overlay, go into Caesar, and then I'm going to use... Yeah, I'm going to go Caesar, use its effects. So what I want to do here is I want to crash it, add a contract, revive it, and go for an XYZ play. So yeah, that's what I'm explaining him, like the effects. And yeah, I'm just thinking, there's a little bit of thinking that goes on here because yes, I can build a board under him, but at the same time, I don't want his, I really don't want him having cards at the same time. Cause like, having some bodies is pretty good because I don't have a battle phase anymore, so I kind of want, and he also has Thomas, which can come in clutch too. I don't think he has anything face up, but I can't tell. So yeah, I revive back the Caesar. I take 1,000 at the standby phase, but it is what it is. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Whew. So yeah, what's going on here? So yeah, I've got Swirl Slime still alive and grave, so there's a few things. Yeah, the Caesar is adding the gate because it was sent to the graveyard, right? And now I still want to Zeus him, so there is some plays I'm thinking of and how I can still keep gassing through. But it's all good because yeah, I'm just thinking on what to do here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do this here. So I do have a Kepler in hand, so my hand was really good, obviously, off the bat. I'm gonna go Kepler here, and I was thinking on doing something, and I think after I do the Kepler search, I decide to just go for the Zeus play, overlay and then go Zeus. And like I said, I was thinking about going overlay, fusion summoning, building like a bigger board. And I decided to just clear his whole board, let him search the contract, and just make my own board and just make it so he still couldn't play on the cards he had. Because Zeus is still like just hella powerful, right? And I'm not gonna bother burning him because I want to reserve my Machine X's here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Zeus. Like I said, I could have kept the Kepler and before I did the Zeus, but I already committed to something, and I kind of had a change of heart. I was like, no, I kind of like last minute was like, you know what, I should just Zeus him to put him on fewer cards. That way I'm only he has whatever, I know he has a dead card in his hand, and he has a gate and he has a top deck, so I just have to play for that pretty much. I know I can build a board for that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go gate effect to search. And keep in mind, I still have a Swirl Slime engraved, so that's really good, and I still have the fusion spell. So the fusion spell can let me summon a Genghis, right? And what I can do here, right? I'm thinking if I want this or if I want Typhon, because then I can use, it's like another form of extender, right? Which is pretty good. So yeah, just a bit of thinking here, just to like see where my board can go from here. Yeah, I go for Typhon. So I'm gonna go Fusion Spell, and he actually has the Ogre, which is really good. So he held Ogre for a really good time. I played right into it, right? So that was a very smart play on him. You'd think he'd Ogre like a lot of other things, right? But no, he definitely played it smart, played it patiently, and yeah, so I just gotta like wait for a turn. So he's gonna go gate, and I didn't even notice this at first until he started playing a bit more. He put gate in the pendulum scale, which is like, oh man. And you know, if you're just starting with the deck, it happens. Like there's a lot of things that go through your head, and that's another thing of technical play where if you're not used to it, you got to think you pendulum summon too. So you have to get in the habit of like, there's a few habits you have to get into when you're playing pure, is like you have to play out of your pendulum scales, and you have to play out of your pendulum zones. What I mean by that is your fusion monsters and like your nibs and stuff, you want them in your center like EMZ columns, like under the EMZ, and then your spell and traps go in the middle 3 columns. You never want them in the other columns. If it's an imperm and you already set up, you can put imperm in the far column, which is fine. Because you're more than likely going to use an imperm, right? And your board's probably well established, you know what I mean? But yeah, you never put gate there. And I mean, it happens to the best of us, man. Like when I remember watching Pac when he was first playing this deck, like he lost a game because he put a gate in the pendulum zone, right? And it just happens, right? So it literally happens to the best of us. Like you can't blame Walter. Like Walter's actually a good player. He crushes people with like, last time I seen he was like crushing people with Flunders. So deck's hella scary. So yeah, I think if he didn't do that, he had game potentially. I also had a good follow-up. It just really depends on how he played his turnout. Because I had full life. I was burning 1,000, right? But I didn't have full life, actually. I took 1,200, actually, so I think he could have gamed me, but getting over a Zeus again's hard, right? It's very hard to get over a Zeus. Unless you can have access to the Ragnarok. Because 3k is just annoying to deal with for DDDs, 100%. So yeah, and I just got gas going here, so it's definitely looking good for me. He has one actually unknown card in hand, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Swirl Slime. He could have a Nib in hand for all I know, so because I think it's his top deck card he's got in his hand. Whew. Okay, so Swirl Typhon, you know this is going places when I go Swirl Typhon. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Genghis. I'm gonna go Typhon, I believe. Let's see. Oh no, I go into the Machine X because I want to play around as Machine X. So now I can play around Machine X, no problem. Let's see, what else do I do here? Yeah, and then I go Banished. Yeah, I top decked another DD card, so I had Thomas in hand, which is really good because now I can trigger Big Genghis to target special summon the Griffin, right? So Griffin comes out, and Griffin adds a card. yeah, so yeah, Griffin comes out. Griffin adds a DD. I add the Ragnarok. Now I can go for Gilgamesh, scale up, get Pendulum Scales, and then I go Pendulum. So I go a 10 and a 1. Griffin just to do some extra boosting if I need it. And the Kepler's there because it's a scale 10. It allows me to, it gives me access to Pendulum Summon of the Ragnarok, which is the only card I really need to Pendulum Summon. Pendulum Summon back the Tell, Tribute Tell for cost, target banish. And then if I think he's going to use the Machine X, I can just Machine X his Machine X. Which is pretty crazy, right? It's kind of nuts. So, yeah. So now I can Foolish the Necro Slime. Then I'm just going to go Battle, because if he had anything, I can just Necro Slime, right? So, yeah. GG's, Walter. Deck got a long way to go with the deck, but, man, you did pretty good, man. I'm proud of you, man. GG's. Okay, so my man Logan. I just played my man Logan.
What? Who the hell's Logan?
I thought you were Logan.
I'm Walter.
Oh, you're Walter. I heard Logan was playing me, so I don't. No, it's funny when I say that, bro. So I played my man Walter. Good games. So I never played against Walter before. So man, how did it go?
Not great. Still learning the deck.
Yeah.
Getting good info on the mirror match.
Yeah, this is Walter's, I think, first time in a tournament setting with this deck. So.
Yeah, I haven't played like you in like 3 weeks, so a little bit rusty.
Yeah. He played it pretty well. He held the he knows what the like Ghost Ogre. He held that in game 2. He did Ghost Ogre really well against me. So, yeah, it was pretty nice. So, yeah, well, good games, Walter. Good luck with the rest of the tournament again, dude. And yeah, you did hella good regardless, man. So, keep going with the deck, bro. The mirror match is where it's at. Round 2 begun. I'm playing my man.
How's it going?
That's Seth, so nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Alright, we'll see you on the playmatch. See ya. Yo, guys, welcome to round 2 of the box tournament. So, I don't think I let you... Oh, I think you guys do know. This is for a box of Blazing Vortex First Edition. Not a bad set. It's basically like you pull Prosperity or nothing. And if you pull Starlight Prosperity, it's like a grand, so... Yeah, so first place was getting 3 OTS, 18, obviously, and Blazing Vortex. So yeah, anyways, against Seth, again, one of the locals there. He's on Tri Brigade Harpies, so definitely a weird deck. Harpies, the reason why is because just Tri Brigade stuff, and then you can just go like the trap. Like the trap is literally just like pass. The Harpies trap, Featherstorm. That card like is a mistake of a card. Like there's no way in heck that card should have ever existed. I don't know who thought like that would have been a good idea. Like I remember there's a guy that used to go to our locals. everyone who goes to my locals knows exactly who I'm talking about. Literally the sketchiest guy ever, and like he got banned from like almost. Oh my god! I swear this guy's gonna pull like a gun on our locals, but like. Yeah, he played Harpies, and literally like one of the scariest looking guys I've ever seen in my life, and he played Harpies. Basically, all he did was like, he would make the rank 4 Utopia. Like every time I see Harpies, I just get these flashbacks like these of that guy. Like, oh my god, like every locals would be scared this guy was gonna shoot up the locals. That's how sketchy this guy was, and like this guy literally like it was like play Harpy cards, set the trap. Not even set it because they can activate from the hand. You use one monster effect, they use the trap. It's like, well, GG. And then it's just like the next turn they go Utopia double. Anyways, this guy is doing like, he literally does like a Tri Brigade play to go into a Verte, I guess. There's a lot of glare on his stuff I'm realizing here, so... Yeah, so... Unfortunately for us, he's on Dragoon package, and Dragoon is actually the hardest card ever to deal with right now. Like, the good news is it's his only interruption, which is really good for us. So, yeah, and I think he lets Small World through. Yeah, Dragoon. It's literally like. If someone plays, if like you play a trap deck that's playing Dragoon, like a Subterra Dragoon, like, oh my god, just scoop. Like, you can't deal, like, this deck cannot deal with the Dragoon. You have to, Dragoon and like, there's cards like Dragoon and like Abramax where like DDDs cannot deal with those cards. Like, it's just like, they're too hard. They can't target them. They can't be destroyed by card effects. the only thing you can do is like Zeus them, and then like Zeus at the same time will make you like you have to make sure you can get the Zeus off and not neg at the same time. Like, yeah, it's hard. Like Dragoon does nuts this format. No one's really prepared for it, right? So, anyways, I start off with Small World, right, and then I bridge my I had another copy of Griffin. So what I did was I bridged the Griffin out for a Swirl Slime, which immediately gave me Baron access. So I'm not sure what he's negating. Oh, he negated the special summon of the effective special summon off what's it called? So, which is pretty good. I wasn't really expecting him to actually negate that, so I kind of just have some normal summons in my hand, but at the same time, I just want to go Machine X here. I can still set up a board, which is completely fine with me. I think you guys all know, I've already baited out the Dragoon, so we know who's coming here. Yeah, so I'm going to Zeus him. Yeah, Zeus is clutch. Like, if you're playing DDDs, man, you got to play Zeus. Like, you're not playing DDs if you're not playing Zeus's format, right? So I'm going to go ahead and Foolish Burial. I'm not sure what card I Foolish here, though. I can't exactly remember what the other card was in my hand. Yeah, I'm going to go Lamia, and Lamia is going to send... oh, yeah, I had an Orthros in hand. So, like I said, I was going for the Brawn combo plus some, but I wasn't expecting him to negate the Swirl Slime. But like I said, I had Copernicus access, so I could play around it regardless. Yeah, we're going to go ahead here, scale up. Now I believe, what else do I have here? Yeah, oh, because I can use Ragnarok to revive the Griffin. Like he has no cards in his hand, nor does he have follow-up. So now that I have access to rank 4, it's just like going to be impossible for this guy because I can grab Headhunt now, right? Because I can go, yeah, I just go for Griffin. Like I don't know why I even bother taking it back at this point, but I'm just like, oh, I'll just put Griffin, just keep the. I think it's because I already used an Orthro, so I decided not to leave it in my scale, and I don't know what it was, but I just put the Griffin there just to clear it out for the follow-up just in case. So yeah, of course, what's broken is that Ragnarok is able to revive that Griffin. I just get Headhunt for free. He's just going to scoop up, so yeah, game 2. Yeah, so game 2 here, guys. That was pretty quick, right? I mean, all it was Dragoon pass. I mean, with one card in hand for Dragoon fodder. Not much. I mean, Dragoon on its own is not very scary. It's the fact when Dragoon's paired with, like, all these back row decks, like... Yeah, if you ever play against those in a tournament, literally, like, that's probably a guaranteed loss for you. Dragoon is bad, and then, like... Another card I noticed too that like our deck struggles hard with is like an Avermax summon off of IP is ridiculously hard, and then when you try to out it, they can with the Zeus, which is your only out, they bounce Zeus. I've had that happen against my buddy Chris. Chris is the Pendulum guy that was last on the feature match. Yeah, there's certain cards this format that if people play it, it's your demise. Like you actually can't deal with it. So. Yeah. Anyways, he's doing like some Harpy plays, going for Tri-Brigade. I'm pretty sure he can do that. But regardless, I have a Gamma. I don't really care regardless. My hand's pretty interesting. I'll just put it that way. I think I opened all hand traps and a Lamia. Yeah, I opened all hand traps and a Lamia. So I was like just using my hand traps wisely, and he just passed on the Gamma. Well, I knew he was just going to pass there because he normal summoned, and he's doing Harpy plays. I'm pretty sure you can summon Fair Jit off of just the 2 Harpies. I don't remember the exact requirements, so yeah, he kind of lost because I just passed. I think he was expecting more, so now you guys, yeah, he's gonna go summon and just pass. I think he swings at me too. So yeah, anyways, he's gonna go ahead add Fractal. So he's got his engine rolling. But like I said, I have a handful of hand traps, so I'm pretty safe from pretty much anything he does. Now, I have the spicy tech that I was telling you guys about earlier. It was the only time it actually came up today because every deck I played against, it actually didn't do anything because it's only geared towards everything that's in the meta. And yeah, it's kind of good against this deck if they go for Tri-Brigade plays, but he's playing Harpies, and honestly, like, I don't even know, like, it's like, what am I going to use this against, really? Because you can stop them going to the Synchro, but I don't know. It was just a weird deck to play against. Harpies is, like, if they can, like, get the ball rolling, like, good luck, because they just start using the traps like crazy against you. But, sorry, guys, I'm, like, just trying to get these voice recordings out because I got a busy day tomorrow. And yeah, I'm filming this at the end of the day, so after the tournament happened, so yeah. So he's going to go into the Harpies card. I believe he pokes me. I can't remember, to be honest, or what he's even doing here. I think he's searching off. Yeah, he's searching off of the one he synchroed with, I think. So yeah, he's going to poke me and just pass. So I believe I still don't hit engine. Like, I just keep hitting, like, multiple hand traps. I have literally 6 or 7. I have 6 cards in my hand. Like, it's actually crazy. So the only engine card I had in my hand was Lamia. It was either I had that or I top decked a Gate. I can't remember. Yeah, I did top deck Gate here. So I finally top decked engine with a Lamia in hand. So now I'm looking pretty good. And he Featherstorms me right on the ad, I think, of oh no, he Featherstorms me like at random. I don't know why he did this, but it doesn't matter when you use this, to be honest. Because literally, especially at this point, like, at least I can, like, kind of think what I'm going to search for here, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just basically, like, that trap is stupid. Like, that should have never been printed, honestly. So, yeah, I think that's the only reason, like, Harpies can never be competitively viable, in a sense, is because of that trap. Literally, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it literally says you cannot play Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2022. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead, add the Swirl Slime, and just set up for a turn. I'm going to set what I believe is an Oh, yeah, and I set the Spice Tech, because I never bothered using it against him. I thought it wasn't worth it until he went to the Channeler, or whatever that card is, the Synchro. He's going to Feather Duster me, which is kind of good. Now, I put Imperm in a weird column. I should have put it in the... well, his Hysteric Sign didn't do anything either, and I didn't want to put Imperm in a Pendulum Scale zone, so... I don't know. It really didn't matter, so... I just use it to negate his Harpy Synchro, my Imperm. So Feather Duster's pretty good, especially when I was waiting like a ton of turns just to hit engine. Yeah, he's gonna go Egotist, special out 1, I think. Yeah, he puts a field spell out, so the field spell's kind of like bad because he starts destroying his own spell and traps when it kind of negs him. Like, honestly, the card's kind of bad. So he summons Harpies and he's got to pop his Hysteric Sign. He sets 1 card, which I'm almost positive is the stupid trap again. He's gonna go Battle Phase. He's gonna hit. So there it is, there, guys. That is the spicy tech I was talking about earlier that never came up today because it was just the decks I played today just didn't work against. But you think about it, okay? So no material, right? No one talks about this card, and honestly, no material is really good right now. I think it's great. Now keep in mind, you only cite it in for going second, right? It's one of your go second cards, but think about it, DDDs, most of your side patterns just go second. So what you do if you play against, yeah, he's gonna Featherstorm. I'm not even gonna like bother touching up on this because the game's so slow right now, but on a no material, think about how good no material is, right? Prank Kids is the most popular, one of the most represented decks right now. When Prank Kids special summons their second kid, like they link for Meow Meow, summon the kid, you activate it and target the kid, and they can't use the kid for anything. They literally pass. Like, they can't do anything. Like, they can't use a kid for fusion, for links. They literally can't do anything. And then if you're playing against Based, especially if you pair with the other hand trap, it's nuts because you use it on Hulk, and then they summon the Despot 001. Then you chain it to the 001 to Hulk, so they play into it at that point. The other thing is, too, DDDs. It's so good against DDs. Like, you can hit literally so many things in DDs. What else is no material? What other decks am I missing in the meta here? I don't know. I can just think of like the base variants and all that stuff, right? But yeah, like I said, like just think about like these super popular decks. Dragon Link, it's super good too. If you hit Striker Dragon, it's actually pretty nuts as well. There's just so many, like there's so many instances where no material going second is just crazy. Now a lot of people can say for the argument that like, oh, you know, like if you have to control no cards, but at the same time it's like if you open it, you stop turns, and no one expects it, right? So I honestly think no material could start seeing some popularity, and that's what I was saying. So like Lancia isn't really that good of a side deck card anymore, and especially if I sided it today, it literally did nothing against any of the decks I played against, other than DDD. But yeah, no material is low key a really good card, and I tried it a bit out on Dueling Book, and it was passing people's turns. Every time I resolved it, I just won because the follow up, I had my combo, and then like I said, against Prank Kids, it's the most effective I think against Prank Kids because they literally pass. Like I've never seen a card hit a deck so hard in my life. Like Prank Kids just like they play into it, right, and they summon like the kid for their next response play. and you hit it on their prank can, it just stops them in their tracks, and they don't expect it to. Like, the people in the chat box on DB just go like, whoa, what the hell? Like, they don't expect it at all, right? Like, some people in this format, I don't think know what no material is, to be honest. So, yeah, so this guy had game. I didn't have too much life points left. This guy had game. I had nib. I could not believe how hard he played into the nib. And, yeah, I think he just was caught way off guard. I think he was just trying to, like, have fun, combo off, do, like, what his deck does. Because, like, I don't know, we're all there to just have fun, right? But, yeah, I had nib. Like, he played into the nib so hard it wasn't even funny. He honestly had game from, like, one summon from the amount of times he swung at me, so, yeah. So I nib him. He puts the token in defense. It's got like 2900 defense too, because he had so many links out, and there's a lot of cards that just didn't even have stats on their defense. So yeah. Now he has absolutely, he had normal summoned already, so I know he has nothing. He's gonna set one, and yeah, that's game. So GG's, man. All right, so I just had my game against my man.
That was sad. I
Yo.
overextended.
Yeah, he was having fun. He overextended. This guy plays Dragoon, bro. Yo, Dragoon? That board he was going for was crazy, but I was bluffing the nib in my hand pretty hard, so this guy thought he could go off.
I honestly didn't think you had it, because you would have stopped me. I summoned like 10 times.
Yeah, I had like no engine for like 3 turns. I was just drawing hand traps the whole time, so this guy, oh my god. So anyways, bro,
Good game, yeah.
nice games, friendly man. So yeah, bro, well, good luck with the rest of the tournament, eh?
Yeah, hopefully I can featherstorm more people.
Yeah, exactly, that's how it is. All right, GG's. OTS entry packs. Did you pull anything?
Penguin gang. Everyone has a penguin.
Oh, so there's 2 penguins here. Oh! Wait, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
What'd you
OT
get?
Colossus. I'm kidding. Ice Barrier
Oh,
token.
nice.
Yo, Jordan, Yossi.
Film me opening this. Should I look at the imprint, or do I just ruin it when I do that?
Flip him over.
I don't think.
I think you're going to join Penguin Game.
Yahtzee.
Oh, Penguin game!
I even got the
What the
Ice Barrier token.
is
We were
this?
all water fans.
So everyone here pulled something for the penguin deck.
Full penguin. That's
Oh, David still got a
pulled a
pull.
penguin of some sort.
Okay, yo, this is
Wish we had the Korean OTS back, get the prismatic penguins.
Bro, these are rigged. These are rigged, bro.
Oh, that's a good card. That's $5.
Dude, that's $5, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm raising that.
Oh, these are so rigged, bro. Yo, guys, welcome to round 3 of the box tournament. So, I don't know if you guys just seen that, but yeah, I finished building my penguin deck, my high rarity penguin deck. So yeah, could you believe that there was 6 of us that had our entry packs we opened, and they were just penguin cards. Like literally all of them were just penguin cards. I think there was 4 of the penguin brave or whatever, the synchro. There's 2 of the penguin itself, and yeah. So rigged packs. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm against Matt here. We matched rolls, I think 6 times. I don't know, it's kind of crazy, and he ended up taking it. So yeah, he's on the right playing. It's like a mix of souls. It's like souls. It's like base, but without the synchro stuff. And instead of the synchro stuff, he plays Evil Eye, because he wanted to try like Evil Eye. And he's like, how can I like make this competitively viable? And it does stuff because it plays Scythe. But as you see, he just opened all Eldritch cards clearly. So he's playing like Eldritch and Souls. It does work because he just runs like it's just a bunch of turbo cards to Scythe, and then the Evil Eye stuff's actually like not that bad, because no one, including myself, like I barely know what Evil Eyes do, but they're kind of like interesting. So he was actually doing pretty good. He played my brother round 2, and Scythe locked on both games. And then game 1, I think he played another DD game 1. Like there's a lot of DDs today. I'm actually surprised at how much representation the deck's been getting. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I small world bridged off, right? And then I'm going for a Baron combo here. I don't know if you guys ever noticed just from watching these replays, but I opened Baron combo about 8 times out of 10, I'd say, when I'm playing. Yeah, just goes to show, like, my dex is definitely, like, it's just consistent, bro. It's kind of nutty. So yeah, I'm gonna go chain link 1, chain 2, so the Copernicus. Yeah, oh yeah, I asked his Sanguine. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, he's just got the Conquistador out there. I'm gonna go ahead revive the Griffin, and I'll tell you right now, I start to forget that he actually has Conquistadors in there, and not to mention that since it's a purple card, it actually blends in extremely well with his mat, and I actually start to look it over so hard I actually don't even see it's there. So yeah, kind of interesting, eh? So anyways, I'm playing I just keep playing, right? So I set up, I don't want to put him on half damage because I know I can kill him here. He doesn't have hand traps, he has 1 face down. I'm gonna have multiple ways to stop it here. And this is where things kind of go wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead, summon the Siegfried, go ahead, overlay. I'm going to enter battle phase. I try to poke him directly, and it turns out there's a Conquistador in the way, because I poke him with Siegfried, and he's like, okay, so Conk goes to the grave. I'm like, oh. And I actually, literally while I was looking at his board, I never even seen Conquistador. It like blended in with his mat, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, I forgot that was there. Because, you know, the whole time I could just use Baron. I could have negated the Baron with Siegfried, and I thought I was on a clear attack for game. And so yeah, regardless, all he really has though is I'm not too concerned because I have a really good bounce back. My board's pretty nuts at the same time, and all he has is he has a couple cards in hand actually. Okay, so he's gonna go Eldritch, and now I know he's definitely a little bit short here on material, so I'm gonna negate that with Baron for sure. Because yeah, Eldritch, Golden Lord's pretty good going second, so so yeah, he's gonna go ahead, banish the Sanguine. He's gonna do Eldritch plays here. Yeah, I could not believe, so that was the one misplay I did all day. You know what it kind of reminds me of is I play remote duels. Like I like remote duels, but nowhere near as much. It's a whole different interaction. Like when you're playing in real life, like when you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you're fixed, like you're programmed to like look across the board from you, right, and interact that way. There's been times where I've remote dueled. It's happened a few times where I'll remote duel and I won't look up at my screen enough, and sometimes I'll play into something and not realize, like, forget to keep looking at, like, it's like another, I don't know, like, you know what I'm talking about. It's probably happened to some of you guys playing, but that kind of reminded me of that because I did not even see his Conquistador. They're like, I acknowledged it came out at one point, but I overplayed it and tried to just kill him like as soon as possible just to evade time, right? And when I go battle phase, by the time I swing at him, I'm swinging him direct. Like, I'm literally looking at his mat. And then all of a sudden he's like, okay, Conquistador, go to grave. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, I was like blind for a second. So yeah, it definitely blends in with the mat like extremely well, especially with like where the lighting was placed, like because there's like sunlight coming through. Yeah, I couldn't believe I did that, but yeah, it's all good. So maybe next time we'll just make sure. Maybe there's like maybe a big YCS, I probably would have like triple checked for the board, honestly, but not zoom through a combo like that. But honestly, guys, like I knew I was at a pretty big advantage. Now this is where like the Evil Eye stuff's kind of good because for one, you don't really know what it does, and you can play into it kind of hard because like the field spell protects them from damage, and the Evil Eye card itself is at like 3100 attack right now. And yeah, I'm just making sure like there's no too big of threats, but all I have to literally do here is make the rank 4. I guess it was like a niche advantage that I had is that I didn't make the rank 4 yet, so I still had a chance to do that. Yeah, so he's at 500 life points because he was taking more damage from his Evil Eye stuff. I'm going to use Orthros, I think, to pop his back row after I do something. I can't remember. Let's see. Whew. Yeah. So I'm going to go Kepler Search. I'm just going to let that through. He's got 2 back row, actually. I know one of them. I know one of them is Sanguine. Oh, I think both of them are Sanguines, right? Yeah, both of them are Sanguines, I remember. I actually didn't even see him set them just now, but I remember they're both Sanguines, so... Nothing. Literally, the only thing that's like somewhat concerning me is the Evil Eye stuff because I have no clue like what they can do. I'm gonna get rid of his field spell just for safety's sake, just in case I play into something. I don't know. After what happened that last turn, I'm definitely just getting rid of any possibility of me like losing this stupid stuff like that. To be honest, so yeah. So here, all I'm doing is setting up for the rank 4. I'm gonna summon the Genghis. I'm gonna go ahead and use what is it that I'm gonna use here? Let's see. Yeah, I used Thomas to recycle the Griffin. So what I can do is basically just revive Griffin back from the grave. I think I have a rank 4 I can access. Oh, I go Swirl Slime, so I actually have quite a few plays. So yeah, I can just go for a full fusion play here. Summon Diarc. I believe I go for Diarc because I already burned through the fusions, I think. Can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to summon the Griffin from the graveyard. Griffin adds Headhunt just in case. Then we'll summon the Copernicus. Copernicus Foolish Burials. And like I said, all I have to do is just burn him for 1,000 here. So I'm just going for the rank 4. Now I'm going to go like this. Go to the XYZ. Oh, I think yeah, so that was game. Okay, interesting. So going on to the game 2, I think, so I just watched that replay for the first time back in a row. I don't think I took burn damage, so I don't think I could technically do that. So what I would have had to have done was play it a bit differently. I would have had to clear my scales and use Gilgamesh, which is fine. Regardless, I had ways to play around it. So yeah, I had ways to out it is what I'm trying to say, but I think I didn't take damage there, so I couldn't actually use Tell. So yeah, it is what it is. I can't exactly remember, to be honest, but yeah, like I said, I'm watching this for the first time back, and I guess that was a thing. So yeah, regardless though, I did have ways to play around it, if that were the case. So it is what it is. I had so much gas going on, to be honest. So I'm gonna go Gate. It gets ashed. I'm gonna go 1 for 1. Gonna pitch something here. Not sure what it is. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do this here. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I can I don't need Kepler here. I'd rather have the Necro Engrave for extender purposes, which I mean, like, Kepler can still like give me the, but like again, it plays into Imperm as well, right? So I don't really care if this gets Imperm because I can still Zeus him, which is pretty good. And I have the for follow-up, I have the Necro Slime, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, hit him for 3k, and I think I'm just gonna go for Zeus pass pretty much. So yeah, Zeus, the best card in this extra deck. Yep. So I'm trying to think back. Yeah, I don't think that last game, like it's kind of like far in the distance now, but I don't think I burned, so I couldn't have essentially used Tell. But like I said, I had other plays I could have done. I had the game regardless, to be honest. So it is what it is. So yeah. It happens sometimes, but again, I don't even remember if I burned or not, to be honest. I am like kind of half asleep, like recording these, to be honest. So yeah, he's using the Golden Lord. He used that to clear my Zeus, I believe. And then I Ghost Spell the Golden Lord to come back, which is really good because he had 1 card left. He's gonna set the Sanguine, I believe, and pass. So yeah, I'm looking pretty good right now. So he's probably got a Sanguine and a Imperm is what I'm thinking he's on. Unless, I don't remember if I remember the other card, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead, grab the Griffin. And use the Necro Sign to Fusion Summon. Go ahead into the Genghis. Normal Summon the Orthros. No effect here. I'm going to Special Summon. And now I'm going to trigger the Genghis to target Special Summon a card in Grave. Gilgamesh going to set Scales because it's Special Summoned. He's going to go, yeah, so he's going to go Sanguine and Droplets. That's fine. So he's just, at this point I have enough of a board established, to be honest. So I can just kind of play around it. Now I can't use Gilgamesh again, but I still have a lot of setup, and he's at 5k, so we'll see what I can do here. So yeah, I think I'm going to link those. Oh no, I'm going to go for Brawn here. Yeah, that's all I have to do, right? Is get an up form of Omni Negation, overlay, and pop his card, and then push him for 3k, right? And yeah, that's all we got to do, man. Baron's one of the best cards along with Zeus, so what can I say? Well, GG's, Matt, and we'll see you at the review. Alright, so, London local Matt, I just played him, and yeah, he's got a cool deck to show you guys, so.
Do I?
Yes, Evil Eye Eldritch.
Evil Eye, Eldritch, Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it plays Souls too?
yeah, I play Souls. Souls is like the main actual thing in it.
Oh, nice.
So,
Like, oh, so you're playing all this stuff, yeah.
yeah, I actually, I'll pull the whole package out.
So, like, how many cards is this?
41, I believe.
41?
It's either 41 or 40.
Jesus.
I haven't counted that out.
Like, how's the Evil Eye stuff been? Because, like, no one really knows what Cerezel does. Even I included, like, don't know it too well.
So basically, the only reason I really play, well, I like Evil Eyes first of all.
Yeah.
But because the whole Evil Eye package basically gives you so many spells and traps.
Yeah.
So when you use that, it gives you free draws for Magician Souls, and
Right.
you get to get all these stuffs back. Do your Fusion Destinies.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not doing it the whole. And so I play 3 of this card. I play 1 of this card.
Yeah.
Just kind of pulled this out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, as long as you can put souls into stuff and play the Eldritch engine, it's basically based. It's without the synchro stuff.
it's an actual based version of base.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, it's been working pretty good. What, you're just X1 now, right? So.
Yeah, actually now.
Yeah. So yeah, Matt's been doing pretty good. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly just playing for fun.
Yeah. Well,
Adventure's way too expensive to pick up, so.
it literally is like $600 for the
Yeah.
core now. Yep. Well, GG's, Matt, and good luck with the rest.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Okay, so round 4, the final round, which is nice because I thought there's gonna be 5 or top cut because there's like 21 people here, but the final round, and yeah, I play the homie Nick from Battle of the Chaos sneak peek that final, so maybe we get vengeance. We'll have to see. Dave, how you doing today, man? X11.
X11.
Shit.
No.
Yeah, he's Malachite.
I'm not.
So, all right, see you on the playmat. Nope. All right, guys, round 4, and this is the final round. So yeah, so there's about 21 people. I think there's about 21 people today. But they decided to just go for 4 rounds. I think after the ties and everything, they just decided to just go for 4 rounds because there's quite a few ties that people had. Yeah, so let's make sure I don't do any illegal plays this time. Yeah, I completely did not realize that, but like I said, there were so many different things. Like, I had so much access to stuff. Like, I could have boosted Machine X by 1,000 if I wanted to with the Griffin if I wanted to. I could also find a way to set scales, burn, and then use King Tell, that other one. Yeah, I actually had no clue until now when I was watching this back. So, yeah, but it's completely fine. I mean, stuff like that happens, right? But like I said, I had a million different ways to play around it, and at the end of the day, I could have just swung over the Evil Eye too, right? That's another thing. So, because he only had 2 traps face down, right? So he's good. So, anyways, Nick's on the right playing Striker, Pure Striker. It's go second. So I actually won a die roll for once here, and so what I do is I'm trying to go for 2-card combo because it's 2-card combo like Copernicus, then special. The Griffin go. He knows that's happening, so right away he's going to imperm. I'm thinking on what to do here because I have an interesting hand. I believe I have I have the fusion spell, Ash, and a 1-for-1. And what I'm doing here is I'm just like, screw it. I'm going to try to go for more and try to keep comboing. Because Ash is good against it's good against Sky Striker, but it's not great. So what I'm trying to do is try to set up as much as I can, and then if he gets rid of my cards, like I'm trying to go for the rank 6, because even if he gets rid of the rank 6, I still got follow up. So yeah, he impermed the Kepler I summoned. He knew off of having the 1 card left in hand, that's probably the smartest play to do. And I can still make the rank 6 after 2 imperms like that, so not too bad at all. Obviously I used up a lot of cards, but the rank 6 against next deck is phenomenal. If you can't open Widow Anchor, it's very hard for him to deal with. They typically do open Widow Anchor, but or even Afterburners if they hard draw it, right? So yeah. But regardless, if he sends it away from the field, I get to add a contract. So that's really what's important, right? Is that I have fusion for next turn, and then I have contract access. So I said, you know what? I think it might just be worth burning through the Ash Blossom. So yeah, he's gonna go multi-roll. He's gonna use multi-roll to pop Area 0. I'm gonna use Caesar to negate Area 0. He's gonna ogre it, so gets rid of that negation. Well, it doesn't get rid of that negation specifically, but I'm talking about the second one that Caesar has. So he's got Rose, which means he doesn't have access to Raid, which is nice. So stopping the Area 0 was really strong, clearly. Rose is a great card, but I mean, it's when they have Raid, it's a lot harder to deal with. So yeah, so I get the gate, which is really nice. That means I have follow-up and a bounce back, because the fusion spell can immediately give me access to a spell and trap negation on his turn. The High King Genghis. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead, summon the Kagari, grab Widowmaker from his grave, I believe, I hope. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead, go into Shizuku, set 2 cards. One of them is Widowmaker. So I got a Widowmaker, no cards in hand to deal with, which is nice, and he's got bounce back, obviously, so he's gonna double Widowmaker and probably an Imperm, which is alright. I mean, I can deal with it as long as I have he only has 1 spell in the grave too, so that means one of them will get banished, right? So basically he doesn't have access to be able to take, like, basically headhunt my card, right? So I don't know what I drew here, but I think it was another material to work with off of with in tandem with Gate. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go immediately for the spell and trap negator, the High King. Whew. Oh my! It's like getting past my bedtime for sure here, but yeah. So I'm just thinking on what to do here. Oh yeah, I drew a Swirl Slime. So I was thinking about using the Swirl Slime. Like, you know what? It just gives me more gas. I just banish cards from my graveyard and have Swirl Slime in hand, because then I can just do a lot more other things. Now he's gonna blast a shark cannon on the 1 Genghis, which is interesting. Now I'm gonna fusion summon, I'm gonna grab Griffin. And grabbing Griffin's really strong, because what I can do, because I have Swirl in hand, I have a way to stop his spell, his Widowmaker. So at this point, I don't think I'm too concerned about it, because I can still go for a Zeus play too. But let's see what else there is. I believe I had. Yeah, no, that's all I got. So the Swirl Slime. Yeah, I don't have anything in graveyard. So Swirl Slime and the Griffin. Gonna summon the D-Arc, and that's gonna trigger. So he's gonna go Widowmaker. He's gonna go second Widowmaker. So he can't take it because the other one gets banished. So he only has 2 in his grave. And now I can go Link and have access to the rank 4. So this is really good. So I baited that out well for sure, because now I have enough to make the rank 4, right? And yeah, I'm just seeing what I want to set up here, if I can possibly kill him, which I don't think I can actually kill him. It's better just go for the rank 4, to be honest. I can't add. I think I just go for the half damage play, and I can also clear his when I put Orthros, I can also get rid of the multi-rolls for follow-up. Honestly, Striker isn't the hardest matchup for DDs. It can be if they open really good, but typically DDs, if you play it right, don't have the hardest matchup against Striker, I'd say, just because Striker's a little bit slow in the sense where it needs to pick up steam, and DDDs pick up steam so quick, and they do have powerhouse boards, right? So basically, if you're going second against a DD player, you better hope you have like 3 hand traps and like your engine is what I'm trying to say, right? But it can be hard, right? Like DP, I think is just it's just a great alternative for the deck to use, right? Because DP is such a hard interaction for DD sometimes. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here is, yeah, I made the rank 4. I used what my game plan here was to do was to set up the Siegfried and the Link. So I don't even go for Machine X because he's on a top deck, right? He has Area 0, but I can stop the Area 0, and I can stop Area 0, and then he's limited to 1 Link, so it makes it very hard. when he's under a spell and trap negation. So yeah, it's very hard for him. So he sets one card. He's gonna area 0. No thought in the back of my head to just stop this. Yeah, there's no way I want that area 0 resolving. And then he can only link summon once, right? So it makes it very, very hard for him. Let's see. He's fanned out his grave. Yep, going on the next game. So there. Okay, guys, game 2. So game 2, Nick is going to make me go first again. And what I did here, I know Striker wants to go second more so I decided to keep my go first cards in. And like Headhunt and stuff. And just put in like Ghost Spells and a Call By. Because honestly, like my siding patterns, those are the only cards I'd be putting in anyways, and I want my go first cards because it's more of a grind deck, right? I don't want like blow go second cards. Even if I was going second against the deck, I want cards to control the game more, so like my go first cards, right? So yeah, so I'm going for 2-card combo here. No hand traps so far, so we're looking pretty good. This isn't 2-card combo actually, it's double Griffin, so it's like the 1-card combo kind of, just a little bit stronger. Because I have access to the Ragnarok, right? I'm gonna use a fusion. He's gonna ogre, which is actually really good. If I sent the Necrosign, would have been strong, but at the same time I don't have access to a contract, so that's why I went Caesar. And now what's cool is that I can actually just overlay and just summon the Griffin back with the Ragnarok, grab Headhunt, so that's pretty crazy. Headhunt on its own is just a powerhouse card. And I think I have Phantasme and a double Ghost Ogre in hand on top of this too. So yeah, Phantasme is a crazy card against Striker. So the one matchup where my bridge card is actually just insane. Like it's like literally the best hand trap, one of the best hand traps for the matchup. And it's supposed to be your brick card, but it's actually just turns out to be one of the best cards. So he's gonna go into a Ray 7. Whew. And yeah, the unexpected Phantasme goes down. Definitely caught him by surprise that I opened it. I'm gonna draw, and I draw a crack. I think I draw like Ash, Gate, and it's just shuffled back my other Ghost Ogre. So right now my hand is Ghost Ogre, Ash, and Gate. Like it's actually such a good hand. It's crazy, and the Phantasme's protection too. I can't use Headhunt, but I can use it on the bounce back if I really need to, or just hold it. So it's pretty good. And yeah, so what happens here? So yeah, something weird happened here. It's been a little bit since I played Strikers, to be honest. They kind of been out of the format for a while. So he said damage. He said at the end of damage calc, and for some reason I heard that as I took that in as damage step, and I was like, oh, end of damage step. So I was like, okay, I can ash this. And I'm like, oh wait, Hayate. I'm like, oh wait, what the hell am I doing? Like Hayate is damage calculation, bro. So yeah, I just took that back as soon as possible. Like something that probably shouldn't have happened, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold that for the engage then. I mean, he definitely knows I have the Ash in hand at this point anyways, so it is what it is. I obviously should have known that. But I mean, like I said, it's been like Sky Striker's kind of been out of the format for a while. I haven't played against the deck in a while. Like I've always known the deck pretty well. It's always been around, right? But I've never piloted it myself, so this isn't like stuff that comes to my brain immediately. So yeah, I don't know why I heard it as end of damage step, but it is what it is. That's how I took it in. So yeah, I just used the Ash on his one engage. So obviously you can use it again, but Hayate is only a one card thing, so if they have it in their hand already, it stops them from using it twice. You don't want to engage resolving twice, or you're probably just gonna lose. I can't even remember, those days where engage was at 3 was like ridiculous. The deck was way too powerful. Striker was like a tier 0.5, or it's probably like tier 0, honestly. The deck was way too strong at the time. So yeah, he's gonna link using my Phantasme. He's gonna go dark, and he plays right into the Ghost Ogre, which is crazy. So yeah, I ogre the dark, which I think ultimately just like spins the game back around. If he was on the DPE package and he went to Verte, that would have been like pretty nuts. But yeah, the DR, like I don't think he expected the Ghost Ogre there whatsoever. Because yeah, ogreing a dark is like nuts. I think that's why dark's not seeing. It's always a good card right now, but it's not as good right now because everyone's on Ogre, and it basically makes you neg so bad if you get ogred on it. Like, you can't summon anything, you lose the link, it's just nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna proceed to just go off here. I'm gonna go gate to search. I believe I'm gonna grab, I don't even remember exactly what's in my hand for like combo piece wise. I'm gonna grab Copernicus because I have no more pieces. So I got Copernicus because I can Pendulum Summon both of them, and I can still reserve a normal summon as well. Ragnarok's a card that can come out as well. There's so many things that are just kind of nuts that are going on. So I'm going to pop his back row, and it was a Widow Anchor. I definitely didn't want Widow Anchor to happen because he has the ability to take my cards too. Yeah, Orthros is crazy into the Striker matchup. It really, like any back row deck, it's like control deck, it just ruins. Like if you just keep it out, it's just so good. Yeah, send the Necro Slime. Go ahead. So I had to use, yeah, there is a point where I have to use the Ragnarok. I don't know if I used it yet because, oh, I used it there, I believe. Yeah, I think I used it there. It was just to get access to more stuff. I was like, you know, I can't kill him, but I think I can just, if I have Headhunt and a board established, I think I'm completely fine. So it is what it is, and I can still push him for a lot of damage, because even under half damage, it's pretty good, right? So Griffin Effect is going to add the Orthros, my second copy of Orthros, I believe. Actually, I was thinking here because I thought I didn't use a fusion spell, and I was thinking about making the rank 6er Siegfried. And honestly, when I thought about it afterwards, I just took him back immediately, and I was like, you know what? No, we're just going to do this because I already had Headhunt, and I can make a Zeus as well. So having Headhunt, Siegfried, and a Zeus is plenty for whatever Sky Striker can do on follow-up, right? So the rank 6 is good, but if they have Widow Anchor, you have no protection. So you want to be protected at least against the Widow Anchor, right? You definitely don't want them resolving a 3+ spell Widow Anchor, that's for sure. So yeah, so this board is bonkers. I put out the Zeus. I swing at him for quite a bit. Yeah, swing at him for quite a bit, and then let's see, I go into a Zeus here, and yeah, this is a pretty good board. I think I have I don't even know what the card in my hand is. Oh, it was a Small World, so I tapped like Small World, and I just set it for bait, because having the 2 back row just makes it seem like, oh crap, like what does he have now? Like a call by as well, right? So it can make him play a bit awkwardly on top of everything. And I don't need Small World for the follow-up, so he's on pretty low life points. At the current time, I'm actually on 2,000 life points, I believe. So he summons the Rose and the Ray, which I actually like because this means he's going to play harder into the... once he commits to a Link 2, it means it's pretty much GG because of the trap. Once he goes into any sort of Link 2, the Headhunt takes it, and it's like their turn just ends pretty much. So I know I'm in a huge spot right now because I can stop any spell and trap. I have Recursion with the Tell. He's going to hit me for 15 direct. I think that puts me at 500 life. Yeah. I can't remember how I got to such low life points, but it is what it is. So I'm at 500, I guess. He's going to use Ray to go into Hayate. And Hayate is up 600 after he adds. So... yeah, he's going to take the engage, which is fine, but I can negate the engage. Not too scared of it, to be honest. And he's going to hit Hayate over for 100, so it's going to put me at 400 life. And then Genghis also lets me add the contract spell, right? So, yeah, that's pretty good. So, contract spells in hand. I'm feeling really good right now because I have one bait card, one... yeah, so this is where he goes. This is what I want him to do here. Go into a Zeke or Verte. So now when he does this, Headhunt. And to me, that's just game because I know what's in his hand at this point. No hesitation, negate that. One card in hand. I still have Zeus if I really need it and can just kill him on the crackback. Because I have follow-up for the XYZ hitting grave, the King Tell. So yeah, I'm in a huge position right now. I didn't have to use Zeus, which is kind of nice, and I still have Small World for follow-up if I need it. At this point, I think we have like 4 minutes in the round still, so we're doing all right for time, I guess. And I think I'm not sure what he does here. Yeah, he passed, so it's on my turn now. I'm seeing if he has anything reactive engraved. Switch to attack, go to battle phase. That's game. GG's, Nick. Yeah, I just had the answers today and didn't brick all day. You know, I bricked one game today, but is what it is. All right, GG's. All right, that's game against my homie Nick. Nick and I are homies. If you remember from last time we played Battles of Chaos C, that was a hella good match too. But yeah, this one was only in 2, but it was still like game 2 was intense. Like game 2 was intense. So.
Almost that time.
Yeah, Nick's another DD homie, but like, how did it go today, bro? How was Strikers?
Strikers are great actually. They are an amazing deck. Just didn't see the cards I needed. But DD's a hell of a deck.
Yo, Nick, yeah. Are you playing DP or no?
No DP, just pure, because I don't want bricks.
That's respect. Yeah, well, Nick got second place, so good on him. Yeah, GG's, bud.
GG's, brother.
Box tourney winner, let's do it. Get back to you soon. Wait. Huh?
Keeping them.
Yeah, what?
Keeping the monks.
The monks. Oh no, I'll give you the monks. Alright, so if I pull monk, my man Matt gets it. Now, free pass?
You need monk, because you may have my monk.
There's a monk. Anyways, I've got about 20 of these coming in the mail from Carta Magica. Shout out to them. So, let's see what we pull.
Oh, OTS 18.
Last time I got 3 OTS 18s, I pulled Ecclesia, so.
Here comes the ulti.
No, you can usually tell on the back, but I'm gonna not spoil it today. That just damaged the whole card. And it's extra Pico Felania.
Yeah, because I need another
Pico Felina.
Pico Felania. Oh! That's a Fusion Destiny! Let's go! Yo, out of 5 OTS 18s, I pulled 2 ultis.
Nice.
That's jacked.
That is so jacked.
Here's the other one.
Oh!
baby.
Yo, a super baby. That's the best one.
Sick.
Yo!
Good rips, brother. Good rips. Yeah,
What the
sick.
fuck, dude? Yo, that is insane.
That looks so nice.
Yeah.
That looks like old school LT.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just need one more now. This guy won the tournament, and he won the pack pulls.
Yeah, bro. Crazy. Maybe we'll pull Starlight later. I doubt it.
Prosperity on this.
Starlight Pros.
Oh my fuck.
That actually looks so nice. Is it texture?
That's the hardest one to pull. Yeah, it is. This is the hardest one to pull, apparently. Yo.
That's so nice.
Did you see? That looks insane.
Oh, that's so good.
It does look like an old school ulti.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll see you in my car, as I always say. Alright, guys, so that's a wrap. Oh man, today was like too much fun. I'm telling you, man, like I could go like, so yeah, I could go like X4 at these tournaments and still just have a blast because I just have fun, man. So like, but today we went 2-0 every single round. Definitely had some weird, different matches. There's quite a few meta decks today, but I think I managed to dodge quite a few of them up until the last round. So David actually lost to the guy I played round 3, Matt. The deck's actually, when it goes off, it's pretty good. Not enough people know what Evil Eye stuff does, and you know, it's kind of like base, but without the synchro. It's like Evil Eye stuff.
Well, it's on, so you can actually see my match on. I don't know what their stream is. You know what their
Yeah,
stream
if you go
it's
to
like
Nerds-
Nerds Cafe, bro.
Like Nerds Cafe, the shop has like a stream, and you can watch these. If you guys go to their Twitter, they stream these. So David actually played them in one of the rounds. If you guys go there,
Yeah, he top deck nuts. It was
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
like I'll link their website so you guys can go to it. And but anyways, it was crazy. Like, yeah. So game 1, I don't remember what the hell I played game 1. What did I played the mirror match game 1. So I played the mirror match game 1. He's fairly new with the deck, but he knows a decent amount what he's doing. At least he knows where some of the choke points are, which is good. Game 2, I played Shrine Brigade. I don't know. It was kind of whack. Like, I mean, game 2, I had tons of hand traps, and he played right into my dim. Like, I was like, kind of like making it seem like, oh, you can still use this card. He went ahead, just used all the stuff, and he just played right into my dim. So like, I was like, dude, you have game on board, but I guess he never seeded. So it was kind of funny, but he was just having a good time. And then round 3 was against Matt. So round 3, that game 1, I went too fast, and that trap. So I forgot he had conk out still. And I didn't look, I just went like, just to set up for game. I started attacking him, and he's like, okay, he puts conk in the grave. I'm like, oh. And since his mat's like pink, the card literally blended, it was like camouflage. So I didn't see Conquistador there, and I just played right into it. So I just waited turn, but of course, like, I knew I had to really set up, established board and follow up. So I was like, whatever, I'll just take it for that. So, and then round 4, I played my homie Nick. Yeah, that was just a 2. That was actually a pretty good match. there was I had a slight hiccup where I thought he said, like he used Hayate, sorry, not Hayate, the one for battle phase. I can't think of the names right now, but he used
Hayate,
yeah, he used Hayate. Yeah, Hayate, not yeah. So he used Hayate. Then he's like end of damage. He said end of damage calc, but I took that as end of damage step. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of like something else at the same time, and I just dropped Ash on it. And I was like, he's like, no, this is damage calc. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So he knew I had Ash, but it was fine. I mean, my Ash is just gonna hit the engage, right? So yeah, I recap all that. So, but yeah, we took it. We're gonna be opening the stuff when we get back. But David, man, how did yours go? David was on DDD today, by the way.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, game 1. Oh, it was against Tri Brigade. It was against the I think he's the store owner. It was against Andrew. Yeah, it was against Andrew, and he didn't know DDD too well. Like, he wanted to learn the deck, or like want to know what all this stuff did. So I was taking more of like a learning experience. I beat him, but it was like I opened crazy both games, and he didn't open like the best, but I just had enough to stop him. Game 2 was on stream. You guys can see that. Matt, for me, it was a different story. He opened like both games. He opened Fusion Destiny with Scythe, the one of Scythe already in hand, with droplets to break my board. And didn't even win the die roll either. It was stupid. I couldn't do anything into it. So yeah, I just lost 2 out of that. Like, the Evil Eye stuff was like cool, but it didn't really. I don't know why it was running. It didn't do anything, but it was cool. But it's an interesting idea. But yeah, game 3. Play against the guy that Miguel played game 1, and
DD Mir.
yeah, DD Mir.
Nice.
Game 1 took over half an hour. It's a lot of thinking on both ends. And then game 2, I won game 1, and then game 2 he had the life lead by the end of his first turn. So because of the arc, the arc, yeah. And I couldn't swing over. I put a nib token down. I couldn't swing over it. So, yeah, I didn't have enough resources. And then game 4 was against Chris, the rematch. He would have technically beat me, I think. Yeah, that game I didn't open. We both opened really weird, but yeah. I had talents to draw 2, and I used Griffin Effect to draw 1 in game 2, and I drew Gamma Valor Token Collector. That was just really weird, but yeah, it was just a really weird game. It was fun though. His deck from the last replay didn't show what it actually does. I feel like it does a lot more than what it showed. It's a really strong deck.
Yeah, because you guys didn't see, but that tournament he actually 2-0'd me. And game 1, he set up an IP on top of that, and also had hand trap. And what he does is he makes IP into Avermax, which most decks cannot out an IP to Avermax, and my deck included. I had to like go Zeus, and by the time I Zeus, he can bounce it back and just follow up. And then the other thing too is that he actually did the same thing when I was going first, but he was able to ogre nib me, and then on the bounce back, this is like during the game that David played, like back in the last tournament we did. But his deck is actually, it's pretty strong. Like, just the replay you seen with David just didn't do as much as you.
Didn't do it justice. Yeah.
It typically ends on like an IP and something else, another like the Endymion link. It does quite a bit when he opens good, anyways. But yeah. So anyway, guys, that was a tournament today. It was like a lot of fun. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna crack that box of First Ed BLVO open. It's gonna be sick. We're either gonna pull 0 value or we're gonna pull a decent amount of value. So yeah, just overall, it's such a fun tournament today, and we'll see if we get anything, right? I already pulled Fusion Destiny, it was like 180 US or something, so we're good there, so. Yeah. Alright, see ya at Miguel's house. Alright guys, we are back at our house, and open this. So, First Ed Blazing Vortex, some value here, so yeah, we'll see what happens, right? Alright, let's get into this. We're gonna film it side by side because I haven't been here in a while. I didn't realize this thing was here. So we're gonna open on the net. Maybe this gave me good luck. Maybe that's why I went 2 all day today. So
It's the Jack Wedgeo Origins are shooting.
to be fair, we only played like 1 meta deck, but it was what it was.
1.5. And that's just like half meta.
Yeah, it was based, but instead of the synchro stuff, it was Evil Eye. David said it went off, so when he played
Yeah,
it.
but I don't know if that's.
Ooh la. The box.
Huge dest for good luck.
Yeah, so let's show the ultimate rare Fusion Destiny here. Yeah, I already got all my money's worth, honestly, from pulling that Fusion Destiny. This thing is like insane. It doesn't look too nutty there, but yeah, you can see like it's crazy looking.
You can see like the levels on it too.
Just here, I guess. So I'm gonna open one half of this box, and David's gonna open the other half. So I'm gonna say the left side. Nice. So we'll keep this here. Oops. So let's see what we pull.
So you know what? Let's go.
Monster. Nice sunny day today. Great day for Yu-Gi-Oh! We're just gonna. Whoa! Ultra rare. Oh, what the hell this is. Not bad. This isn't a legitimate box opening, so it's not the best. Like film. Garbage.
What's that? Oh,
Dragon.
dragon.
I'm gonna rip these open. Oh, white card. Oh, this came out of here. Nice.
Witch Creek.
Just another thing to add. So we're looking for Starlight or like one secret in particular. This card's pretty good. This card's like an easy out to Dragoon. Which, honestly, I had to go against one Dragoon today, but that's the only thing he had, so I was safe. Because our deck has like no extra Dragoon other than Zeus. And the XYZ can suck it up, but that never happens. Because you can't really bait them because they know... If they know DDDs, you can't really bait them with the Machine X on a Dragoon, so... Oh, this card.
DD card.
Yeah, DD Fabled. People were playing that for a while with the Synchro, in the Synchro era. Deck was actually kind of nice. Okay, Basilos.
Basilos.
Basilos, that's what it's called.
Basilos.
Oh, it's like that. It's like, holy. 2/2. The worst virtual world card. I played him most of my list because this is an extender. And I like cards that can extend. Oh, fuck is this secret? Shit.
Cute.
Gactos. Oh, this pack feels like ridiculously thick. I wonder what's in it.
Starlight.
I don't know if it's... Okay, so we got the two Ultras, so there's gotta be a secret in this one or it's in the other side.
That would be two secrets on one side.
I pulled this. I think when Dave and I got a box, we pulled that. So yeah, it's David's turn. Right, on to David's turn.
Oops.
This thing kind of looks nice. With this stuff.
It smells like crayons. Kind of nasty. Alright, so it's gonna be like this.
That's
probably the
first?
same mapping, yeah. That's force gravity.
So the last pack is a secret. Nice, I actually like that.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Not bad pulls.
I just don't know where mine went, so I'm gonna actually use it.
There's really no value in this box outside of Prosperity.
Yeah. Prosperity.
And the Link 5's not too bad, but for value, but it's like good for like personal use. Like I think all the other Starlight rares are like trash value too. Nice.
Okay, okay. Metal foe is kind of cool.
Kind of sick.
Like, I don't mind the archetypes in this set, like kinda, but they're obviously not good. Like I like metal foes. But...
Metal foes used to be nuts. Bad?
Bad?
I mean, like, it's a whole box, so, like, there's gotta be some back. Yeah, BLVO is kind of a bad set, but it's got money prosperities.
Okay, at least you... Ooh.
That's actually a nice card.
Looks super clean, too.
I don't think you own that. You can play it in Fluffles.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
3 or more last year. Oh,
Piercing, and then it doesn't get destroyed by battle.
Card effects.
Or card effects. Nice.
Nice. Uh-oh.
Attack. Oh my god. Hey, Pico. How's it going? And Dexter, nice guy. You waiting for Eva? You waiting for Eva? Yeah, you are. That's my dog, Eva.
EMR. Cool tech.
EMR. That guy in PAX Twitch stream was playing that in his machine thing. It's kind of cool. So the next one's an ultra, right? Or did you pull?
I pulled 2.
You pulled 2. Okay.
There's
So
a whole bunch of supers.
this is a secret.
No, last one's a secret.
Two more packs after.
Yeah.
Or it could be a Starlight too.
Hopefully, but
Garbage.
garbage.
Garbage dish. Nice. Wiggins not on my watch. Alright, what's it gonna be? Does it smell like Prosperity? I already feel it's not Prosperity, but where's it gonna be? I wouldn't mind the Link too. The Link 5. Oh, whatever. Not bad. You got the cover cards, so not bad. Sorry guys, I just cut out for a second. Yeah. So those are pulls. That's whatever. They're not good, but hey, we had a good time today.
It's beautiful.
Showed it to the mat. First turn with the mat, we took it. 2-0 everyone. Really, really nice. So, alright, send it off. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. That's a wrap. And we're gonna see you in the next one, right Dexter? Are you waiting for the next video? Yeah, he is. Alright, see ya.